Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for tuning in. As you guys can see from the title of this video, today we're going to be reviewing the Fenty by Rihanna Pro Filter Concealer, the Instant Retouch Concealer as the actual official name calls it. I actually love buying concealers. Like, concealers are probably the #1 makeup product that I do buy a lot, and I'll show you guys why a little bit later. If everybody remembers, Rihanna came out with the Pro Filter foundations. So these are basically the sister concealers for the foundations. I really loved doing that review and I was really excited to do it. So I'm also very excited to get these concealers. I got the concealers in 2 shades. I got 390 and 385. My shade in the foundation was actually 420 or 430. In summer it's 430, but in the winter it's more of a 420. That being said, for this review, I'm actually not gonna wear foundation. And that is mainly because I don't wear foundation on a regular basis. Like I just don't. I found a way not to, obviously by taking care of my skin, but mainly by utilizing as little products as possible with my makeup routine. So I first saw the launch of the Fenty concealers on Instagram on Trend Mood, I believe it was. And I saw that it was gonna be 50 shades, so obviously there's gonna be a shade for all of us, and I instantly knew that I would be 390. Usually my concealers are very yellow or golden undertone, and right now my favorite concealer is actually the Born This Way concealer. This is like my everyday concealer, but I'm always looking for new ones because that's the one product that I use almost every day. So I'm gonna get right into this review. I'm first gonna start with 390 and I'm gonna put it on this side, and I'm gonna put 385 on this side. This is 385 and this is 390. Just a little specs about the concealer. It's medium to full coverage. It has a soft matte finish. It does not settle into fine lines. It's supposed to be crease proof. It's sweat resistant, lasts all day, and a little goes a long way. What I usually do is let my concealer sit for a minute to a minute 30 seconds, and that just gives me the coverage that I do want. And then I'm gonna blend it out with this flat brush from Sigma. This is a small contour brush. I can already see it's very full coverage. Wow. And maybe because I didn't put that much, but it does not feel heavy. It really does feel lightweight. But as you guys can see, that made a big difference already. I actually feel like I don't even need to set it. And just because I do not want to contaminate the other side, I'm using another brush. It's the same type of brush, just smaller. It's almost like it's blending into my skin very easily, which is usually what happens when you leave your concealer for a bit to dry down. Okay, this side is it's more brightening. My under eye looks very awake, and this looks closer to my actual skin tone, but it still looks good. But I'm gonna leave this on for about 5 minutes and see if it'll actually crease. 9:05 right now, and if you guys can see that, no creasing. I'm back. 9:09. 4 minutes later, and are we creasing? Are we creasing? Moment of silence. Let's see. We're actually creasing a little bit. We're creasing a little bit, but it's like very minimal. But this is very good coverage for not that much concealer. You guys can't even see the creasing. Only I can see it. Squeeze my eyes and pat it in. I'm gonna get my Patric's powder. I did not actually buy the Fenty Beauty powder because how many powders does one really need? I know I reviewed this for you guys, but dab it in there, and then I dab it on my hand a little bit, and I press it into my skin just at the top, not too much, only where I actually put the concealer. And this is what sets my concealer usually to have it lasting all day. But I really don't leave this powder on for so long. So I'm actually just gonna go through the rest of my steps of kind of my everyday regular makeup routine. We're gonna use some Fenty espresso stick. Okay guys, here's the basic look. So to kind of wrap up my thoughts all together, I feel like this concealer it's not bad. I don't know if it's necessarily a game changer. What side do you guys actually think looks better? Because guess what? I'm actually not keeping both of these concealers. I do think though that this might actually look good with both the concealers together, but who really wants to buy 2 concealers every time? It's so unnecessary. Let's even compare the sizes. This is 15 milliliters and these are 8 milliliters. And they're like the same price, which is probably around the same as the NARS concealer, which frustrates me because it finishes so fast. Should I keep the lighter one for like a more dramatic effect, not everyday look? Or should I keep the darker one, which is definitely an everyday look because it's almost the same as my skin tone? $390 or $385? I'm thinking $385 because I'll use it less and I could also mix it with my other concealers. Realistically, just let me know down below. I've actually only worn the concealer for about 25 minutes now. I think that I actually like it better without the powder. A concealer that does not need a powder is pretty amazing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my first impression / small little review of this concealer. Oh, and obviously do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.